Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We're now official. So thank you for joining us this morning at Unity Spiritual Life Center of Yakima Valley. We're so glad you chose to be here with us. Your spirit is welcome here, and it's always cherished. So how about if we stand up this morning, and let's do I Stand Before You.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Barb. I am a member of the Board of Trustees, and I'd like to welcome all of us this morning, both of us. We're so grateful for this opportunity to be together. We welcome you. I don't know where you are on your spiritual journey, but wherever you are, you're welcome here with us. So I'm going to give the microphone to the prayer partner who will light the Christ candle. Hi, my name is Barb. I'm the prayer partner, and I'll be lighting the Christ candle this morning. I light this Christ candle to remind us of the Christ light shining in each and every one of us. Now, if you'll join me in an opening prayer. Great Spirit, grandfather, grandmother, we're grateful for this opportunity to be together in your house today. We're grateful for the love and the camaraderie that we share with each other. We're grateful for the blue sky and the sunshine that we see today. We're grateful that we are at peace. We pray continued peace for the people who have lost their homes in the fires. We pray peace and safety for the firefighters, Great Spirit. We share our love and our appreciation of life. We share our joy. We affirm there is good in the world, and the good will overcome whatever's not good. In gratitude for this day, for the people who are here, for the people who can't be here for whatever reason, together we say, thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
My name is Marilyn Holloway, and I am your platform assistant today. So as we rest in this quiet, prayerful place, let's listen to the daily word. Our word for today is protected. Let us affirm, through my oneness with God, I feel protected. Sometimes I may feel at the mercy of a changing, tumultuous world that I cannot control. This is never true. Even though the chaos of the world may swirl around me, at the center of my being is a place of perfect peace and calm. Whenever I am in need of a safe refuge, I turn to God within to reach this place of tranquility and reclaim my feeling of security and protection. The sun always rises after the longest, darkest night. I remind myself of this truth and feel grateful as I allow the light of spiritual understanding to release and reclaim whatever power I may have unwittingly given to a fear-based thought. Fully in tune with the divine presence within me, I move safely and confidently through every challenging circumstance. In John 1:4 we read, "The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world." Your word for today, our word for today is protected.
As we continue in this place of peace, in this place of our connection with God, let's just take a deep breath in together and relax and let go. And we continue bringing our awareness closer to our heart as we once again take a deep breath in together through our nose and let it go as we breathe out through our mouths. Feeling ourselves go deeper, feeling ourselves supported by the chair beneath us and our feet on the floor. Knowing that we are safe. Take another breath in and relax and let it go. And now we continue in our body's own natural rhythm, keeping aware of our breath. Just allowing. No need to force anything. Simply allow. And at this time, let's use our imagination for a moment. Let ourselves, our thoughts drift to a place where we feel that peace. Maybe it's witnessing a beautiful sunrise or sunset. Maybe it's a place where you like to walk in the woods or by a lake. Maybe it's the memory of a child, pure, innocent, glowing with the light and the power that is God, that is within that time of need.
allow yourselves to feel what you feel in this space. The reason why it is special to you. Allow your heart to expand. Take it in. And know that what you are feeling in your own way is the presence of God. It is that place of peace. That place of protection. That place of fullness. That is within each and every one of us. That spark of the divine. And know that as you bring your attention to it, it seems to expand. And in these next few moments, we will rest in the silence, in the peace, in the love, in the fullness, in the quiet. Beginning to move our attention from these few moments of rest. We become aware once more of our body's own natural rhythm of breath. Taking these few moments to know the truth of our being, to feel that presence of the divine. We know and acknowledge that that presence is always, always with us. We know that in any moment, in any day or night, we just become aware of our breath, of the fullness of the love that is God within us. We can feel this. And as we do, we give others permission to feel the same. As we continue again to become a little more aware of the space that we inhabit in this room, of the spirit and the love that is here, we open to those who have requested prayer, because we know there is no separation in time or space in spirit. We know that their spirits can feel our prayers for them. Warren requests healing for a pinched nerve in his back. And we see order and peace as the divine within
works within his body. Jeannie requires prayer for her sister who experienced a rattlesnake bite, and she still has not been able to have the venom that is in her body reduced. And so we see her body also filled with the divine, moving through her as her body is healed. Max asked for Tammy for a quick and full recovery from her surgery. I am requesting prayer for Lee as he heals, his body heals from a broken wrist that happened on Friday night. Order and peace as he goes through the process. And for Caitlin and Melissa, we ask for guidance in order and peace, and a smooth transition as Caitlin leaves this area to her new adventure in life in Florida on Tuesday. So we ask for peace and order for both Melissa, her mother, and Caitlin as they go through this process of opening up to new life, new adventure in their world. And if there's anyone on your heart or mind right now that you want to include in this sacred space, whisper their names quietly. And be sure to add your own name. Give thanks. Give thanks for the answer to prayer, knowing that as we speak the words, it is already done. Take a deep breath in, becoming aware again of your breath. And relax and let it go as you become aware once more of your feet on the floor, the chair supporting you. Another deep breath as you re-enter and become aware once more of the room. And open your eyes when it's comfortable for you to do so. As we say, thank you, God. Amen.
morning, our speaker is one of our own. I've teased her, I've picked on her. I told you she was old. I think I told you one time she came over on the ark. But I want you to know how much I love her and how happy I am that she's with us today. Please welcome Marilyn Freed.
Thank you, Barb. Nice way to start out. I'm gonna move this over here in the middle so I'm not taking sides. So today, we're talking about the art of appreciation. And what started me out on this was that I think most of you here know that when we were blessed with having children here, at the end of the service, we always ended the service with, "We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you exactly the way you are." And it always was a very special ending to the service. And it had a special feel with it, I think, when we were doing it with the children. And now we've continued that tradition and we do the same thing for each other. And somehow or other for me, it wasn't quite feeling quite the same, even though we're blessing the children within us. And I thought, I just really want to look at this and what is it when we say these words? And so I came up with the title of The Art of Appreciation. And so, as many of you know, I started out by looking at the dictionary. And when I looked up art, we normally think of it in terms of photography or painting or interior decorating or those kinds of things. But art is so much more than that. And the dictionary that I found said, a skill at doing a specified thing, typically one acquired through practice, like the art of communication. So the art of appreciation means that we acquire that skill to be good at it through practicing appreciating. So now I looked at appreciation, and one of the definitions for that is the recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. So if we take that back to what we say to each other at the end of the services, we're recognizing the good qualities in each and every one of us. Or something, this building, the good qualities of the building, maybe we would like it to be spruced up a little more, maybe we would like some other things, but we appreciate it. We appreciate the good qualities that we have. It is synonymous with valuing, respect, prizing, cherishing, treasuring, admiration, regard, esteem. It also, another definition was a full understanding of a situation, discernment, understanding. It also means to increase in value. When something appreciates, it increases in value. So if we think about all those things as we go through this, we'll begin to see how deep that this can go. So each and every one of us has experienced how it feels to be appreciated by someone, to be maybe complimented, or to have somebody recognize maybe what we're going through. I know a lot of times I can hear myself say, I appreciate your situation. We all know how that feels. It feels like we're being seen. And that is one of our primal, I think, as humans, we all want to be seen. And so we'll all experience that. And that is a force that attracts. It also includes qualities of the spirit, clear insight, correct judgment, harmony, goodwill. It's unselfish and it's in close touch with its source. So appreciation is attracting good things. As we're giving out appreciation, that's what's coming back. And it's an art of involving one of the most important principles that we have here in Unity, and that's the law of mind action. We know that that's one of the 5 principles, and I always like to make sure I have one of the principles in my talks. And so the appreciation is what we give out, we get back. But the appreciation part is it increases in value. So what we give out increases as it comes back to us. So you can begin to feel a little bit something in your body of how it's changing a little bit as we're giving out this appreciation. It's also the life and the love and the success that we appreciate. And we set this in motion as we appreciate someone, the love and success. We don't have to feel jealous of somebody else's love and success. If we can appreciate that, we're setting that idea in motion. So here's another Bible verse that came up with this idea as I was kind of researching this. And it's one that's often really confused me a little bit and that I had a hard time with. And it's the one of the 5 talents, where the master was ready to go away and he gave one of his people that worked with him, he gave him 5 talents. They used the word talent, and I think that's appropriate today, not so much as money, but as a talent, you know. So he gave one 5 talents, and he gave another one 2, and he gave another one 1. So here's what happened. The one that got 5 appreciated what he got and used that appreciation to increase the value. Didn't think about, wasn't looking at what the other guys got, just looked at what he got and increased the value. Same thing happened with the guy that got 2. Maybe it was a lady, maybe it was a guy. They put out, you know, they looked at, oh, wow, this is what I have, and I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put out, and it's going to come back to me in kind, and then some. The one that got 1 didn't do that. The one that got 1 felt jealous, felt a little bit resentful, and thought, what good is this? It's just 1. You know, I can't do anything with this. And went and buried it. It didn't increase. So here's that story. It never seemed fair to me that, well, somebody that got 5 ended up with more than the one that got 1. But if we look at it like that, the person that got 1 was jealous and fearful and didn't put to use the one that they got. And so that they had, they also lost. And that's what happens to us if we don't appreciate what we have. If we don't appreciate what we have, it too can go away. So now I want to look a little bit at gratitude versus appreciation, because a lot of people, myself included, just use those interchangeably. And really, there is a subtle difference. And that's what I really want to look at this morning. And that's what I want to see if we feel today at the end of the service as we make our statement. So it's a very subtle difference in vibration. But the quality of being thankful is oftentimes one of looking at some sort of struggle that we have overcome for whatever reason, and being grateful that and thankful that that struggle is now over, that we're not experiencing that anymore. So that little subtleness, there's maybe a little bit of lingering of a fear that it could happen again. There's just a little maybe negative vibration in there. Again, it's very subtle, but that subtle difference can make a big difference in the vibration. The emotion of gratitude is a high vibration, but the emotion of appreciation is an even higher vibration. It's a vibration that is the same as the vibration of love. It's a vibration that's the same as the vibration of God, of source. It's that same vibration because in the appreciation, we've eliminated any of those ideas of fear. According to Wikipedia, the definition of appreciation is the recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities of someone or something. Repeating that because it really makes a difference. In other words, to increase the value of something by your focus on the good qualities of that person or thing. The good qualities of whatever is happening. So, you know, we learn to be grateful for everything in our lives. And sometimes it's hard to be grateful if it's not necessarily something we wanted. But we can appreciate what the gift that thing brought us, no matter what. So that's why it's coming a little bit. Sometimes the appreciation doesn't happen until hindsight. So sometimes the gratitude has to come kind of in between there, but that's one of the things that happens. To increase the value of something or to focus on the good qualities of someone has power because that vibration is identical to love, and it is the power of love that it holds. Love and appreciation are the highest emotions that we can achieve on a vibrational scale. And it's more than a calling. It's more about like a calling within us to be more of who we are. Because when we're stretching to appreciate, we're calling, it's calling to us. It's like, be higher, move closer to God. So we can reach for a vibration that makes us feel better. That's an easy way to look at it. We don't have to make it complicated. It's just, if I have two thoughts in my mind, which one is going to make me feel better? That's the higher vibration. Move towards that thought. Move towards gratitude. That's higher than being unhappy about something. But if we move to the next highest vibration, love, as I said, and appreciation are identical. And they're more in alignment with the truth of our being. So as we align with the truth of who we are, we're aligning with Source, we're aligning with God. It's the absence of resistance and doubt and fear or anything else that's within us that feels bad. This vibration can really help us move. So, as I said, it doesn't feel the same. The difference between, it's sort of like the difference between inspiration, which is being called to who you are, and motivation, which is trying to push yourself to who you are. So if you're feeling called by inspiration to do something, it just flows, it moves much easier. Appreciation is me being in sync with the whole of who I am. It's me being who I really am. It's appreciating my own gifts, not just yours, but mine. And as I give myself permission to appreciate that, I give others the same. So we see these things happen in all areas of our life. And that's what I said. I want to look at how this works, not just when I come here on Sunday morning, not just when I'm wanting to be spiritual, but at all times in my life. So how can we look at that? Well, if there's inharmony in a relationship that we have, as I start to look at the goodness of the other person, the gifts that that person brings, not the things that are distracting to me in the relationship, then I raise myself, and in raising myself, the other person feels that appreciation. So it's in relationships, whether it's a love relationship, whether it's a relationship with a clerk at the grocery store, whether it's a relationship with people in our community, whatever it is, when I notice and then can appreciate what's in them, I'm also appreciating me. It's that coming back again. How about in harmony in our bodies? We all know the story of Myrtle Fillmore, who was one of the co-founders, who began to heal her body by appreciating every part, every cell, every organ, the way her body was made, the gift that it is from God, from source. And in appreciating that daily, her body began to respond. Charles Fillmore had the same thing in responding. We talk about healing. This morning, all the prayers were about healing. And it's difficult sometimes when we see somebody that needs healing, not to focus on the part that needs to be healed. But if we instead focus on the part that's already whole, this appreciation goes throughout the whole body. It just works. It's like a magnet. And how about in our finances? If the story that I shared this morning, if we're focused on what we don't have, it brings up fear and doubt and what's going to happen and how am I going to go? There's a lot of that going on. Well, it's not necessarily finances, but if we focus on the fear and doubt, it's not going to increase. Well, our finances aren't going to increase. And there's a lot of, I don't even know what word I want to use for overwhelm comes to mind with what's happening in my house right now with my granddaughter who's 18, who decided to go to college in Florida instead of lots of good schools around here. But it's a whole change in lifestyle, not just for her, but for her mom and for me. And so there's a whole lot of angst and tension and, you know, what time's the flight leaving on Tuesday morning and who's going to meet her and how many suitcases she's going to take. And there's a whole lot of just all of that, which is all good stuff. But you can, if you let yourself, or if we let ourselves get pulled into the fear and the drama of it all, we're not going to have the good outcome, the good excitement that this can bring to all of us. It's a big change, but it can bring to all of us. And so we can see, I'm sure there's things in your life that's going on right now. I mean, the fires, the pandemic is going, you know, all of those things. We just can let ourselves realize that as we focus and appreciate what the gifts are, we will be able to see them. That's the other part. If we're not looking for it, we'll never see it. We have to be looking for it. And it becomes easier and easier with practice. It is an art. So the more we practice it, the easier it becomes. So I think the challenge would be that I would set out for you, if you would like to take it up, is to pay attention to yourself this week, to where your mind goes, where your thoughts go, and try to find, if it's a negative thought, try to find a feel better thought. Try to pull yourself maybe to gratitude, but then bring yourself to appreciation and know that as you're doing that, you're also moving yourself closer to God, closer to love, closer to beauty, closer to joy. And just imagine what you can bring to others as you move through your day, because I can verify that as I show others appreciation, I feel it in my heart and mind, and I feel it moving me into a better place. So thank you for letting me share that with you. And I look forward to maybe hearing some stories from your own selves of how you use that. So thank you.
Now it's time for our announcements. Weekly Zoom meditations. Take a breath, take a break to take a breath. Join me on Tuesday evenings at 7, and Swarupa Warren on Wednesday mornings at 10 for meditation. And the Zoom link is on the website unityyakima.org. And our Wednesday morning book study, we're reading Be Here Now by Ram Dass. We're getting towards the end of it. We're going to be choosing a new book pretty soon.
Marilyn, I just wanted to point out that the Zoom room that we use for meditations are the same we use for the service.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Yeah,
It
that's
just-
changed.
Yeah.
And
So when you go to that website, it looks like it's just the Sunday service, but just click on that Zoom because that will get you there. It's really easy. No problems. So coming up, this coming Saturday is really exciting. We have our metaphysical and wellness event. It's going to be as great as ever. Readers, healers, jewelry, crystals, speakers, and so much more. So please come. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. Our August guest speakers are Reverend Cheryl Mays, a Unity minister, Karen Diana, ARNP, psychiatric nurse and health coach, and Doc Briscoe. So we have a great lineup. Knuckle anyone? Bob, do you want to talk about this?
Sandy and I would like to get a pinnacle group going, so we need at least 4, and we have 2, so we're halfway there. If anybody's interested, we thought we could play once a week or once a month, or I don't know, to be determined, so let me or Sandy know.
What time of day are you
We don't
thinking?
know.
Okay, so it's up to you.
To be determined.
To be determined. Okay,
Probably during the day though, not at night.
during the day. Okay, sounds good.
Speak for yourself.
And our Lost Tops booth at the fair. Yay, yay. We're going to be doing this again this year. So see Janet to sign up. Do you want to say anything about it, Janet?
We have 19 people signed up so far and 59 more spots to fill. So
Okay.
it's coming along. It's okay to ask neighbors, friends, or family, as long as they pass a background check and you know that that's fine.
And just a word here, this is a major fundraiser for our church. This is actually probably the major fundraiser in the year. So you're really doing your part to boost our bottom line when you volunteer for this. And it's actually quite a lot of fun. Okay, we take a pause here before the affirmations for Rick too.
Before we do that, since we're having the metaphysical fair after service today, don't we want to put the chairs up?
Oh, great idea. Yeah, let's put the chairs up after service because the metaphysical fair is on Saturday. So that way we're creating the space. So
Marilyn, I have an announcement. We have these cards. One is for Rick Will and one is for Deborah Belair. And I'm going to put them on the sign up table back there for everyone that wants to sign them or leave a little note on them for them. And then I will collect them and mail them out to them.
ready? Okay. So our affirmations. Join me. Together, prosperity affirmation. I am connected to infinite, abundant spiritual supply. Our vision, a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of a shared spiritual awakening. Our mission, we empower individuals to collectively transform the world.
Okay, it's time to celebrate abundance. And I'll go first. I've shared for years how much I adore my little grandchildren. And they're not so little anymore. They're all grown up, and they're all doing their own thing. And my grandson is married, so he's busy with his wife, and they're trying to get a business going. And my youngest granddaughter and her boyfriend have moved to Beaverton, so I don't get to see them so often. And the oldest granddaughter is going to school, so she doesn't have time to play with grandma. Well, I got to have breakfast yesterday with my youngest granddaughter. Oh, just me and her, and it was, I can't do it, it was so delightful. She had such a bright light and so shiny, and she had so much to say, and I'm just so grateful that I've built a relationship with them, and they're just the light of my life. I just love them dearly. So who else has abundance to share?
Other appreciations, I suppose.
Anybody have appreciation? You want to appreciate your neighbor?
Thank the board members for bringing the American flag back upstairs out of an empty room and back where it belongs.
Anybody else? Appreciate something about the person sitting next to you? There's Todd.
I don't need a microphone, I'm loud enough. I appreciate the abundance. I'm married. Quite some time, but I just appreciate being here and sharing my abundance with Dion.
Did you tell her there'd be a little test later to see if she could remember all our names? Anybody else?
Sure.
I forgot it was birthday Sunday last week, so we didn't have a birthday cake for my birthday month, so I brought one today. And we have ice cream too, and we can celebrate your wedding with birthday cake.
Well, I just had my birthday on the 5th. And I had the most beautiful birthday I've ever had. So that was really nice.
Anybody else?
So I just got back last week from a week's vacation in Hawaii with both my daughters and my granddaughter. It was just the four of us, so it was 3 generations. And it just was fabulous. I know why Lucinda, I mean, you get off the plane and you get your luggage and you get to your place, and it's like, I didn't even have to move from where we were staying. But I did, but I didn't have to, so it was just a great send off for what's happening this year, so.
Thank you.
I just wanted to recognize and appreciate Aura. It's her first Sunday up on the platform and for being brave, and she really enjoys it. So I just wanted to be blessed in that. Thank you.
We are blessed by having her here.
Yes. And I just want to celebrate the abundance of nature. It's so amazing this time of year. I've got tomatoes happening. I have monster sunflowers. I don't know why I planted such big ones, but they're kind of like creatures of their. But they are creating huge sunflower heads. So I can have sunflower seeds for the birds and what have you. And I have a volunteer squash of some kind, and it's enormous. And it's taking over a whole corner of the garden. It might be pumpkin, it might be watermelon, I don't know, but it's huge.
Maybe we'll see you at the fair.
Good morning, my name is Aura. I'm from Alaska. I visit churches, but this church seems to stick with me. I like it, it's comfortable. I've been coming here for a couple weeks now, I don't keep count, but I appreciate that God woke me up again today. You know, I shake when I say that. And I appreciate everybody here. You're so friendly, you're so kind. it's such a relaxing church. It's not tense. If I don't show up for a couple weeks or whatever, it's not like, well, where have you been? You're not good at now. I've been to churches like that before, and you guys you welcome me, you know, it doesn't matter how long I've been away and then come back, you know. It's like, hi, how are you? We're glad to see you. So I just appreciate everybody here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Okay, ushers come forward. If you join me in the blessing. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God. Amen.
Great Spirit, we bless these tithes and offerings, knowing that as we send them out in the world to do your work, it will do your best good. We're grateful for those given, grateful for everyone here, and gratitude for these tithes and offerings. Together we say, thank you, God. So it is.
So shall we stand and do the prayer for protection? What are you gonna do now?
Bless each other.
I'd like to sing happy birthday. Okay, let's bless each other. We love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. Happy birthday?
Sure. The regular winner, we got.
This is just for Leslie.
God dance, ready?
God is the name of the Lord, and the belong to Him is all. God is the name of the Lord, everybody give God you. God is the name of the Lord, and the belong to Him is all. God is the name of the Lord, so grateful for the gift of you. So grateful for the gift of you.
Okay, now the prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
We've got this big screen here. It'd be Tracy's image if it wasn't.